Sometimes you gotta go for self. 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 Right. Sometimes you gotta go for self. Sometimes you gotta go for self. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta go for self. Sometimes you gotta go for self.
I'm early in the morning, the stretching, the yawning. Yo, not much to do because my whole life is boring. And Pop's about to flip cause my room's a mess. Cause he don't like my hair, another way I dress. And it looks like he's still drunk from the night before because he's slurring in his speech, cursing at the dog. I head for the fridge, grab a bite, now I'm close. I'm eating yesterday's chicken or eggs and no toast. And mama steady hollering to take out the garbage. Your madre, déjame quieto, ma con lo suave. 10 in the morning, pa tocando Tito Puente. But yo, that's the bomb, so I sway as the song plays. Tying up my sneakers and I'm sipping on Butelo. Papa's acting up, I turn my head, look out the window. Staring at the streets cause I ain't got nowhere else. I learned to be a man all by myself.
Sometimes you gotta go for self. 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 Right.
At 13 I load a 9 and pull the trigger. Cause I grew up on the streets without a father figure. I never had no one to tell me what was right or wrong. Just had the ghetto and the ghetto plays the same old song. I had to hustle, make dough the best way I can. I took a half, cut it up, made myself a gram. I'm pitching bottles on the corner, making nuts for self. Because my pops never cared about no one else. Except Junior C, Junior was his firstborn. So of course you know that him and Junior got along. The only love I had was mom, but what good is that? Can run the mom when there's beef to ever have my back. So I took my lumps every time I had to dump. I couldn't depend on my dad to come and pick it up. The first time I saw sex was in a magazine. You see, pops never schooled me by the wet dream. So I ran the streets cause I had nowhere else. And learned to be a man on the streets by myself.
Sometimes you gotta go for self. 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 Right. Sometimes you gotta go for self. Sometimes you gotta go for self. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta go for self. Sometimes you gotta go for self.
At 14 I got my first girlfriend knocked up. Maybe your daddy at that age, damn I messed up. Couldn't tell dad cause he might take it as a joke. So I told moms and I knew that her heart broke. Me have a baby by a sushi black picture that I came to baby and she didn't tell her brother Jack. Now when I fist my underwears are full of cookie drip. Only in junior high already got burnt kid. And now junior's doing a 7.5 to 21. So now my father wants to try and treat me like a son. But I'm a man, I no need for no baseball game. Forget fishing or that daddy beat goes down the drain. But in example, always borracho tomando Don Q and I got holes in my zapatos. But not for long cause now I'm making dough around the way. At 15 I'm walking around with a 38. Just out the ghetto, leave your dead muerto. I won't hesitate to put a body in your cuerpo. At 17 the judge